What's she doing to fix it?
Well, she has said they're going to try to consult better. That's her touchstone, and that they want to get the consultations in at the ground floor instead of later. She has asked the public service to set new rules on how political staff can insinuate themselves into these kinds of negotiations. Look, those are good ideas, good reforms. But how did this all start? There was a lot of human error. You can blame the party in power. They've got to aware this. It's true. But one of the reasons this exploded in terms of costs and went into the billions of dollars in huge legal fees and paying off the private operator in Mississauga who borrowed money at 13% from a private equity group in the U.S. How did this happen? Because we privatized exclusively these new gas-fired power plants to take over from the coal plants that we were getting rid of. By privatizing it, by cutting out the old Big Bad Ontario Hydro, now OPG, Ontario Power Generation, the government exposed itself to a lot of risk. That there was a belief back then, shared by both the Liberals and the Tories, not the New Democrats, that the private sector could do this more efficiently. Well, in Mississauga, the private sector screwed up in a lot of ways. And in Oakville, the private sector didn't finesse it that well in terms of dealing with the local population, and didn't want to cite, for example, in other locations that might have been better, whether it was in Kitchener-Waterloo or Etobicoke, and ended up at that Ford plant for a variety of reasons. So by dealing in the private sector exclusively, the government of McGuinty and the government today have left themselves vulnerable to the private sector, choosing sometimes the wrong sites, and then screaming bloody murder when the government has a change of heart because the politicians wake up to the problem.